What's up, you guys? I'm so excited to talk about this, honestly, because it has been something that's near and dear to my heart. And honestly, I just was on my phone looking at who has messaged me, and we got the same conversations going. So I think it's a collective consciousness discussion of what we're about to talk about, and that is procrastination, burnout, actually completing the embodied action that you know you need to do. So, all of y'all, take a little inventory of the things that you need to close the tabs on, the things that you need to complete the project on, but you've been procrastinating. You've been feeling like you're burnt out. You've been feeling like lack of clarity in them. Sit with those for a second and just realize that there are quite a few tabs to close. There's quite a few tabs to close on actually embodying self love on a deeper level. Quite a few tabs to close on embodying confidence on a deeper level. Maybe you're not showing up to the gym. Maybe you're not actually having the conversations that will create connection in your life. Maybe you're not actually setting the boundaries that you need to in life. So I want you to take an inventory of everything that you say you desire, and you know you need to create that action, whether that's literally like going and watching the sunset, or walking on the beach in a bikini, or if it's actually creating an email funnel and actually having set tasks and projects to do. Take an inventory of everything you have said you have wanted to do but you haven't done, and just take that in for a moment. Why have you not shown up to those? Why have you not shown up to actually embodying the action for those? And that's what I want to speak about today. The number one tool for embodying action is connecting to your purpose, connecting to your mission. So, how many of y'all have thought about your mission? And if you already have a mission, I want you to comment it below and let me know what it is. Because connecting to your mission, your purpose, your legacy is the greatest tool in embracing presence for embodied action for that. Basically, connecting so deeply to your future authentic self who has created this desire for you, the peace, the fulfillment, the abundance, and realizing that it's not far away. And so connecting to that embodied action of, writing out the email list, going to the gym, you already see the result and see that it's worth it by connecting to the vision of your future self. And therefore, it is easier to actually go about that. So, how do you get clear on what your mission is? How do you get clear on what your purpose is? Because I'm sure you've thought about it a little bit before, but let's go a level deeper. Something that I want you to realize is that your life is perfectly set up for you to embody your mission. Anything that has triggered you, take an inventory. Anything that has expanded you, take an inventory. And realizing that the magic of your gifts, of your mission, are likely in those experiences. For me, I had chronic pain, insomnia at a very young age. I had, deep connection to my emotions at a very young age. And this was deeply painful for me. I was in the hospital a lot, I was seeing doctors a lot, and it none of them had an answer for me. I was very young, having insomnia, chronic pain, fibromyalgia, something that, if you're not familiar with it, is kind of like a confusing thing where your pain moves around and it comes in different areas. And yeah, it was very interesting because I felt like I really wanted my doctors to have an answer. I really wanted them to be able to figure it out for me. But all they said, they basically couldn't help me. And so I started pursuing holistic healing as a result of that. The only thing that I could do in Western medicine would be to go to a sleep study, would be to go and get a surgery, which at a very young age, I was like, let's maybe discover some new ways before we go into an intensive surgery that maybe isn't going to help me too. Like, that's the thing. These Western medicine doctors were saying, we can try and go into surgery, but it's not going to happen. It basically, and we're not sure what will happen. We're not sure if it's really going to help you. And so my first experience healing this was actually with a yoga nidra practitioner, a healer. She was actually a bioenergetic healer now, but when I went and saw her, we did yoga nidra. And it was my first experience of being in my body. If you've ever done yoga nidra, it's the experience of going through your body, feeling relaxation at the top of your head, feeling relaxation in your forehead, in your eyes, and your mouth, relaxing your whole body one by one. That was my first time being in my body to an intentional degree. Calling upon my body and asking, can I feel into my heart? Can I feel into my stomach? Um, and so your childhood experiences, the things that you had pain throughout, the things that triggered you, the things that gave you jealousy, the things that made you question, look to those to percolate what your mission is. And also look to your adult experience. What career are you in? Why did you choose that? What is that driving you towards? Is that driving you towards limitlessness? Is that driving you towards adventure? Is that driving you towards courage? Are you here to be the embodiment of courage for your people? Maybe that's what your mission is. Are you here to be the embodiment of confidence for your people? Maybe, like for me, my mission is to embrace and allow my natural self to flourish. My natural self, meaning I don't need to perform, I don't need to put on a mask. And I believe this is my mission because I believe that my insomnia, my chronic pain was the source of what I'm talking about. I was trying to put on a mask. I was trying to perform. I was trying to be accepted and loved everywhere. And so I was a big chameleon, and I've been loved by a lot of people in my life, but I've also betrayed my own self-love. I've also betrayed my own self-love in order to fit in. And that's what brought me a lot of insomnia, a lot of chronic pain, questioning if I'm worth it, questioning, oh my gosh, did I say the wrong thing? A lot of social anxiety, a lot of questioning if I'm worthy of having good friends, worthy of having connected, supported people in my life. And so my mission is to embody that to a degree where I'm further breaking a cycle in my family. I'm further embodying connection amongst friendships, amongst humans, amongst feeling connected to my body, really noticing the mind-body connection in myself. Because for my journey, I went through chronic pain and insomnia and went through all of these body techniques. Eventually, I found hypnotherapy, somatic healing, and that's what really was the cherry on top for me. That experience showed me that mind body healing is meant to stay in my life, is meant to be an experience where I am deeply connected to myself in this iteration of human Bailey. And so I shared my experience. What's your experience? What did you experience in childhood? In middle school era, in high school, and later on in life? What are the big events for you that maybe had you connecting to your purpose? And something that I encourage you guys to do with this as well is connect to a higher power with your purpose, because we are only as powerful as the energy that we connect to. And yes, there's so much infinite power in the human avatar, but there's even deeper power in the energy of the earth, the ground beneath us, but also the higher power, universe, God, source, consciousness, whatever it is that you resonate with. It's so important to ingrain that into your purpose. So for me, ingraining that the universe, God, has my back in navigating my purpose and going through the pain of embodying my purpose. Because usually something that you'll realize is our greatest gifts can reside, our greatest triggers can reside in our greatest gifts. And so there's a lot of insecurity in whether you can fulfill that. There's a lot of, you know, are you deeply fulfilled in this experience? Are you able to go through the pain that involves embodying your purpose? And it's not that it should be really difficult embodying your purpose, but it is uncomfortable at times. It does require you to fully release the past identity who, for me, was in pain, who was in victimhood, who cried after every doctor's appointment, and really embodying the authentic self. So for me now, it's being this person who is speaking to my experience, being the expression of healing, being the expression of being connected to my body. I no longer have chronic pain. I no longer have insomnia, but those are only just little symptoms of what my true purpose is. I'm not here to heal insomnia and chronic pain. That is one iteration of my healing. My healing purpose is to allow people to be their natural selves. My purpose is to allow people to be their natural selves. And that involves taking off the mask. That involves really connecting to their body, really authentically connecting in relationships, no longer trying to have the pass the peas conversation. That's what I always say in my family, like, oh, pass the peas. We're just talking surface level here, but really saying like, okay, well, what do you want in life? Like, how is our relationship? How can we improve? How can we invite more intimacy in our relationship? What truly interests you? Get genuinely connected with people without conditions. A lot of us are loving conditionally. I'll love you if you text me back. I'll love you if you show up to this thing. I'll love you if you only say these parts of things. Let's tap into unconditional love. Let's tap into unconditional love. That doesn't mean that you are allowing everything to come in your life, the depression of your friend, the negativity of your sister, but it's loving them no matter if they are negative and choosing if you can be the strong one in the relationship. There will be relationships that you'll choose are no longer aligned for you, but ultimately you're here to be the embodiment of what your purpose is. You're here to be a vessel of unconditional love. And so can you show up in that in your relationships? Infinite possibilities are available to you. Infinite realities are available to you. What do you desire? I want you to think of 2 to 3 things that you desire right now. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Now that you have those desires in mind, I want you to think of what stories are showing you that you cannot have those. What stories are staying around and kind of gatekeeping them from you. So take a couple of seconds and just meditate on it, reflect on it. What stories are keeping you from the 2 to 3 things that you desire? Notice that those are just stories, that they are not realities, that what is the truth? We decide the truth. And so therefore we create our proof, we create our story. Connect to what you truly desire and realize that it's available to you. Connect to what you truly desire and connect to the energy of yourself in the future and realize that is a goal for you to embody action here and now. So say, for example, you have the goal of creating 200,000 in income this year. Let's say you're a creator. You have the goal of creating that income. That income is simply a tool for you to show up in presence, here and now today. That desire, that goal is for you to show up and create with integrity, is for you to show up and be really embodied in what you want to create. So, what is it that you're here to create? What is it that you desire? And how can you embody action in that? Connect deeper to your future self and realize that it allows you to be even more present here and now. Not questioning what your future self is, really connecting to her. And when that feels different, it's like you only find that clarity when you allow yourself to go silent, when you allow yourself to meditate, when you allow yourself to really question, what is the infinite reality that I desire? What is the dream that I'm calling in? Take this and embody your truth, girl, boy. Embody your truth in the everyday experiences. Allow yourself to no longer procrastinate. Allow yourself to be so lit up by this vision that you have infinite life source guiding you. You no longer feel exhausted. Maybe you feel tired, but you are so connected to this experience that it's a devotion. There's no question. It's unabridged. It's connected. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you for listening. This was a fun YouTube video. If you want more like this, comment. Tell me what your mission is. Tell me what you're calling in. I want to hear from you.